This is Euclid Book 10. Yes, it's Euclid Book 10. It's proposition number 115, probably one of the shortest proofs in Euclid Book 10, and it also happens to be the last one. Thank heavens. I don't think I can take any more of these apitomes. Okay. From a medial straight line, there arise irrational straight lines, infinite in number, and none of them is the same as any of the preceding. We're going to have A here be a medial straight line. I say that from A there arise irrational straight lines, infinite in number, and none of them is the same as any of the preceding. Let a rational straight line be set out. This is a rational straight line. And let the square on C be equal. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this line right here, we're going to turn into a square, and all four sides of that square are going to be the length of C. Okay? So, when we turn C into a square, what is that area going to be equal to? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to take these two lines right here. We're going to take these two lines right here. We're going to turn them into a rectangle. Okay? Two sides of that rectangle are going to be A, and two sides are going to be B. Okay? So I want you to pause for a moment. First turn line C into a square, and then I want you to turn lines A and B into a rectangle. Two sides being A, two sides being B. And the area inside of the square of C is the same as the area inside of the rectangle of A and B. Therefore, C is irrational. This is by Euclid Book 10, definition number 4. For that which is contained by an irrational and a rational straight line is irrational. This is a deduction from Euclid Book 10, proposition number 20. And it is not the same with any of the preceding. For the square on none of the preceding, if applied to a rational straight line, produces as breadth a medial straight line. Again, let the square on D. So what we're going to do is we're going to take line D here. We're going to turn it into a square. And all four sides of that square are going to be the length of D. Again, let the square on D be equal to the rectangle BC. So at this point, we're going to make another rectangle. Two sides of that rectangle are going to be the length of B, and two sides are going to be the length of C. So the area inside of the square on D is going to be equal to the area inside of the rectangle BC. Therefore, the square on D is irrational. This is a deduction from Euclid Book 10, proposition number 20. Therefore, line D is irrational. And it is not the same with any of the preceding. For the square on none of the preceding, if applied to a rational straight line, produces C as the breadth. Similarly, if this arrangement proceeds ad infinitum, it is manifest that the medial straight line there arise irrational straight lines, infinite in number, and none is the same with any of the preceding. Wow. I can tell you I've had enough of Euclid Book 10. How about you? Have you had enough? Alright. The next time I start The next time I start posting proofs from Euclid, they will be 3D proofs. And you can tell how exhausted I am because now I'm stammering and I'm stuttering and my voice is cracking and it's horrible. So hopefully we won't have to deal with any more of that. Alright, I will tell you more in a future video, so I want you to stay tuned.